Hey guys, this is the Conservatives Pick MMA, and once again, I'm back for another week of MMA picks. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to give you any picks last week. I was a little busy dealing with some things. However, I ironically uh, had I chose to make my picks, I would have picked Bia Mesaquita and Manel Cop. Those would have been my two picks that I would have given to everybody, and you two, and then you would have been able to cash in those picks any way you wanted to. You could have put whatever you wanted on it, and you would have been able to win. But that's yesterday's news, and we're going to focus now on UFC Fight Night in Baku. It seems like they're putting on an event in Baku every single year around this time. So they're coming back to Baku again. And there are a lot of interesting picks, but of course, I'm going to give you my two picks that are definitely going to hit. And the first one we're going to focus on is the fight between Bruno Ferreira and Ikram Aliskerov. I am going with Ikram Aliskerov to win this fight. And the reason being is because Ikram Aliskerov seems to be the better fighter over Bruno Ferreira. Ikram has the grappling advantage. He also has the striking advantage as well. I think with a person like Bruno Ferreira, who likes to throw heavy shots, Ikram should be able to take advantage of that by allowing him to overextend, by allowing Bruno Ferreira to throw his heavy-handed overhands and being able to level change, take him down, beat him up on the ground, possibly TKO him through ground and pound. But Ikram Aliskerov is also live for a submission. He has a strong sambo background where he can be able to take a guy like Ferreira down and submit him. So give me Ikram Aliskerov to win this fight. He's coming in as, let's see, looks like he's coming in as a minus 220 favorite compared to Bruno Ferreira, who is a plus 185. He's considered a slight underdog, but I think that the difference in skill is going to show when Ikram will be able to take him down and just control him on the ground or control him up against the fence. I think Ikram can have his way, and also I think he's the better striker. I think he's going to be able to outstrike Bruno Ferreira as well. So give me Ikram Aliskerov. He looks really good, and I think he is the better fighter. Then we have, one second, close off these pesky ads. Okay, so and now we have our next pick, which is the co-main event, and that is between Michel Pereira and Shara Magomedov. So Shara Bullet Magomedov against Michel the Malador Pereira. If we look at the all right, let's look at the tails of the tape. Michelle comes in at 32-14. Shara Bullet comes in at 16-1. Michelle is actually coming off of a win. His last win was a split decision against Zach Reese. Believe it or not, that was a win. That was a fight that could have went either way. I actually thought he was going to lose that fight against Zach Reese, and he actually proved that he could hang with a guy like Zach. Meanwhile, Charbullet is coming off the unanimous decision win against Marc-Andre Barriault. As of right now, Charbullet is coming in as the minus 350 favorite compared to Michel Pereira, who is the plus 280 moderate underdog. Charbullet is coming out from Russia. Michel is coming out from Brazil. So, ironically, this is another pick where the Russian will be able to dominate the Brazilian. Charbullet has the ability of maintaining distance striking, and he should be able to touch Michel Pereira from the outside. He just has to avoid not being able to get taken down, because that's one of Charbullet's disadvantages, and that's the ability to defend the takedown. But I think Charbullet is smart enough to where he can be able to maintain distance, strike at range from distance, and avoid at least be able to avoid getting taken down. For Michel Pereira, his only path to victory would be to take Charbullet down and be able to neutralize him on the ground, because if Charbullet gets going on the feet, Charbullet will outstrike Michel Pereira. Also, Michel Pereira tends to gas out in the later rounds in the fight, especially after the end of the first round. When it comes to the second and third round, I wouldn't bet on Michel Pereira to do anything. So, give me Charbullet to win via decision, and then for Ikram Aliskerov, you can also give me Ikram via submission, or even potential knockout or TKO. Bruno Ferreira was TKO'd in his last fight against RoboCop. Ikram Aliskerov definitely has the power to knock a guy like Bruno Ferreira out. So those are my two picks: Ikram Aliskerov and Charbullet. Now, if you're worried about picking the props, I would just go with the money line. If you pick the money line, if you go money line, I believe it should be at somewhere around like a minus 210 or so. It's not bad. If you're able to put down even a simple $20, you should be able to get something out of it. But those are my picks for this upcoming card, and hopefully you guys will take the picks, and you should be able to cash out with these picks. So, with that being said, this is the Conservative MMA Picks, and I will see you later. Happy Father's Day, too.